We kind of chuck in some serious music there because we've got to pretend we're a serious podcast. We don't even have a name. Working title FC Football Podcast. We're doing a season preview. Where you found this, you probably would have found I'll look at the new boys. I'll look at the guys that should be in the championship. I'll look at the European contenders, Europa League contenders. We're generous. We gave United their own episode. We now get into the big boys. The real Makoya, as the children say.
Zambak. Zambak, throw some money at us. Like, come on, man.
Again, also open up for sponsors.
Open up for sponsors. We have just popcorn.
Yes.
Not a popcorn.
No.
An experience.
Yes.
You can use that tagline.
Also,
we'll give that to you.
Also, anyone.
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 Yeah. We'll take money from anyone.
Anything you want to do.
Anyone, if you found this podcast, we hope you're enjoying it. We hope you're sharing it with a friend. Subscribe, do all the nice things. You heard the voices there of Senzo, grown-ass man with Ronaldo on his wallpaper.
That's right.
And Ryan, the Dream. They call him the Dream. It's in line.
It's not really a dream, though. You know, if you support Chelsea, it's all reality.
Okay, well,
really?
We're talking Arsenal right now, but Ryan, before we get into the cut and thrust of it, the last time we would have spoken to you may know some of us from the MKT show.
Yes.
You went off to America.
I did.
Tell the people, what did you experience?
America's great. I can see because Chelsea's out in LA at the moment, and I was
God.
we went to Beverly Hills Drive, we went Rodeo Drive.
You're so easily susceptible. Oh, you got scammed by Kanye West?
No.
I got it.
I got it.
No, but that's stem. But like,
okay, let's paint the picture.
The stem player. Yeah, I saw.
Ryan orders a stem player while he's in the States. He's got it there.
I've got it with
It's
me
made
right
of
now.
Kim Kardashian's butt flesh.
Hey, I'd
Okay.
take that. I'd pay that.
Behold.
He orders a stem player, thinks he's going to get it while he's in the States. He doesn't get it. Gets back to South Africa, goes, how the hell am I going to get my stem player? Finally gets it.
I'm so used to bad service delivery from being in South Africa, but I thought Americans
true.
would be
No.
different. But they're not.
No,
It
but
was
the
going to
thing-
take
all the
longer.
same.
But look. In whoever was delivering your stem player, in their defense, Kanye West finesse people. He scammed people.
Why?
He scammed people. Donda 2 is a shamble. I could have made Donda 2 is unfinished. It's an unfinished album.
When you start it up, does it say Donda? Does it do that? It goes Donda.
It is one of the tracks on there.
Okay.
But it isn't.
But that was on
startup.
Donda 1 though.
Yes.
So a stem player, just in case you don't know, it's kind of like the next iteration of Smart Player. It's the only way you could get Kanye West's new album, but it allows you to actually remix your own songs.
Yes.
Or these songs. Is it all songs or only the songs preloaded?
So you can add your own songs, but the thing is with Kanye West, it's a little more accurate. They use a piece of software online to actually extract the audio.
And you can push the
samples.
drums up, you can push the
Yes.
bass, you can do all that.
And
It stinks.
You can add like reverb, you can
Yeah.
delay, and you can also loop.
It stinks of Microsoft Zune Player to me. If you don't know what the Zune
Yes.
Player is, there's a reason for
Yes.
that. Okay,
Yes.
so listen.
I just want to finish off with this on that, though. It was pretty clever because of the 69,000 sales, I think it did. Probably more now, last time I checked. But he got the equivalent of 500, was it billion streams or something? In terms of how much he would have got paid from Spotify or Apple and things like that.
No such thing. This podcast is on Spotify and I'm yet to see a cent. So anyway, we're going to get into season preview. Arsenal. Everyone's very excited about Arsenal. First things first.
Hold on.
First things first. Well, first things first. Who's got better hair, Arteta or Scotty Parker?
Scotty Parker.
You think so?
Not even close.
Here's my evaluation. Ryan, Scotty Parker or
I haven't been paying attention.
So it's what?
Arteta does look like it's clean.
He's
I
Mediterranean,
haven't
bro.
seen.
The difference between the two is Arteta's hair, that's it. It's glorious, but you don't style it.
You can't style.
You don't no.
He's got the perfect schoolboy cut.
Yeah, but rain, wet,
It's like that.
his hair does not move. Scotty Parker, that's work. So it depends what you want. Do you want just like this is how I am all the time? Do you want me to put in work? That's kind of, I suppose, whose bed you get into.
But like, I've got a bone to pick with Arsenal fans.
Let's go. Let's straight into them. Let's climb into them.
Right.
Fifth
Guys.
place last season.
5th place last season.
That's one up. You know.
had no European commitments. No European commitments. They're talking about how crap United is. Guys, you guys did nothing midweek. You were fresh every weekend. UEFA made a new tournament for you guys, and you guys still couldn't make that. And you finished one place ahead of us.
I will say they are pretty loud. I do know a couple Arsenal fans. And
they aren't in Champions League.
No, I know.
And if a United manager, you gave him so much time and he did what Arteta did, would he still be United manager?
Oh, wow. What I will say on that is that there was a stage, and Arteta and Solskjaer started around the same time. And I said, Arteta will have the better and longer career than Solskjaer. And I was laughed. I said, ridiculous, you're an idiot. I said, Arteta at least has a plan. He knows what he's doing. And I suppose that's what I judge it on. Because do you see the process? Are we trusting the process, as Arteta likes to say?
Well, yeah, but my question is, if Arteta was a United manager, he wouldn't be at the job this long.
But where did Arsenal the season before, where did they finish?
Eighth.
Right, 8th to 5th. It's progress.
8th, 5th.
United went 2nd to 6th.
True.
Right, so that's kind of
with better signings.
With better signings, so I kind of see that.
I'd actually want to talk about the Arsenal signings because I'm very jealous of the few they've gotten.
What, a free and a what?
Jesus.
No, I think
free.
Doesn't matter.
Listen,
still a great signing.
There's no thing about this whole thing about gamifying. Fabrizio is to blame for it. I'm not a fan of Fabrizio Romano, by the way. I think he's a scam artist.
Okay, go on.
He pretends he knows everyone. The guy's got one Twitch channel. Most of the stuff he said, the stuff's not even true. He just reports on transfers. It's not even like he's got an insight.
Yeah, that's true. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
It's not an insight. He just says there's a transfer.
The thing is, as well,
and then he goes, here we go.
Do you know I caught Fabrizio out? Do you know I caught him with? I called him with the Frankie de Jong saga.
I was in the same.
Because he said, okay, it's over the line. And I'm like, okay, if it's over the line, then show us. And then he hasn't hit, here we go. I was like, well, you're actually getting the news when we're getting it. You're just spicing it up.
Exactly.
Frankie de Jong threw him right off.
Exactly.
He's like, done deal.
And remember Lisandro Martinez? Oh, no, he's an Arsenal player. 57 million pounds later, where is Lisandro Martinez?
So that's what I'm saying. You heard it here first. Here we go is bullshit. Fabrizio, you're a scam artist.
Hold on.
So it's Ten Hag on fraud alert? Oh, no. Fraud watch. This is what I do. Who are we putting on fraud watch? Actually, that's what we must do. So Ten Hag is on fraud watch. Well, guys, Haaland is also on fraud watch for me.
Haaland is on fraud watch.
He's on fraud watch.
You think so?
Yes, and the new Cavani from Liverpool, fraud watch. I'm putting him in there as well, fraud watch. Koulibaly, fraud watch, but we're getting to that.
Okay, you heard it here first. Fraud watch. Let's go through. Okay.
We're gonna make this a real. We're gonna make this a real segment.
Yeah.
So Darwin Núñez, I don't think you're wrong. We'll talk about him in the Liverpool episode. Fraud watch. Ten Hag is fraud watch.
Fraud watch, yes.
Okay.
Haaland, fraud watch.
Haaland, I think you're wrong. But
fraud watch.
Okay.
Fraud watch. Koulibaly, fraud watch.
No.
Koulibaly could be fraud watch.
Fraud
Koulibaly
watch.
Could be fraud watch.
Fraud watch.
Could be.
Fraud watch. Listen, we have to give every.
Okay.
Frankie de Jong.
No.
Frankie de Jong's on Barcelona watch.
He's on Barcelona watch.
Yeah, there will be no fraud.
Why don't we just call that fraud watch? I mean, Barcelona itself is fraud watch.
Okay, yeah, it's true. The whole Barcelona thing's fraud watch. But for me, the thing is, like, you can't put... Because Haaland's only played what? He's only played in Germany, right?
So, wait, just something. How do we arrive at fraud watch from Arsenal?
Yeah,
fraud watch. Because
give us a checklist of what puts you on fraud watch.
But especially from Arsenal. This is the Arsenal episode. We can't even give Arsenal fans their own full episode without using the word fraud.
They're frauds. They didn't.
It's Arteta fraud watch.
Fraud watch, the hardest. The hardest fraud watch. And he's been able to skate by with being mediocre. Guys, if Arteta managed Spurs, he was gone. Do you think Daniel Levy is standing for 8th?
Okay.
And you had nothing to do midweek and you still didn't make Champions League. You didn't even play in conference. Fraud watch.
So why...
Are you calling Kroenke fraud watch?
So why is he being given such a platform at Arsenal?
Because Arsenal, frauds. The whole business models are fraud. Fraud. People are quick to forget. Arsenal fans that have been coming to me and they've been acting like they finished top 3. I was like, guys, you guys had no midweek commitments. You didn't play a conference. They tried to hustle you a new
They
competition.
don't even know what conference is.
Exactly, and you still didn't play in that. And you only finished one place above us. I was there with Ronaldo needing a chiropractor. And Arsenal's the greatest team ever. I was like, you guys are frauds. Frauds.
Although, have you seen...
And I asked them, how many goals... Who scored more goals than Ronaldo at Arsenal? Crickets. I said, thank you very much. Drops mic.
I think they're busy in a whole rebrand process. I don't know if you've seen their
Arsenal
new
have been
logo.
rebranding since Wenger left.
No, I know, but have you seen now they've gone with this black and bronze situation?
So, you see, Ryan's all about the flash.
He's all about the flash.
He's friends
That's
with
like-
Machine Gun Kelly's
That's
twin brother.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he's probably waiting for Megan Fox to come out the woodwork.
So in Fraud Watch, right? In Fraud Watch, Senzo. I'm looking
Yes.
at the wrong person. Fraud Watch, right? Where does Gabriel Jesus fit in Fraud Watch?
You can't call him a
Signing of the summer,
I
my
can't
guy.
call him a fraud.
Signing
You weren't
of
even
the
going to say
summer.
anything, and now I just said that. Now you all up in your defense.
No.
Come on. Okay, back it.
City didn't have a striker last season, and they won the championship.
You see, I'm still convinced with Jesus, right? When
Fraud
you're in a
watch.
team like City, and you're a star, it's so hard to keep
Wait,
up
hold
with
on.
the entire...
Was he a star at
Well,
City?
He was what Rashford was to United when he first came out, because he was this young guy that just came out
Because
What
scoring.
Rashford was to United.
Because Gabriel Jesus, don't forget, they tracked him for a while,
Yes.
right? He was one of those that kind of signed him before they signed him.
Yeah.
That they've done with Alvarez, the other youngster from South America. So he was also one of those that was like in their pocket for a while. So yeah, I see what Ryan's saying, and there's also a point on Gabriel Jesus when you play for City, and I'm sure we'll bring it up when we talk about Sterling. You get a lot of chances at City.
Yeah.
A lot of chances.
As in like in the game.
To score.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you may not play every game, but when you play, you're going to get 3-4 chances to score,
yeah.
right? Now, does that translate? Now, Arsenal, very attractive to make a lot of chances.
City's feeder team or City's the reject.
Well,
City
and
rejects.
now it's starting to go the other way because Pep's throwing Arteta a few bones. He says,
yeah, because they work together.
I heard you're a fraud. Take
Take my fraud.
Have some Jesus. You need Jesus in your
yeah.
life so you can stop being a fraud.
Have Zinchenko as well.
Okay, now that's interesting.
That's a good
now we're
sign.
talking. What are you guys thinking about Zinchenko?
Fraud.
No, can I tell you what?
No.
There's a theme.
Do you know what my
There's a
thing is?
theme
No, do you know what
developing.
my thing is? Do you know what my thing is now? One, you're a left back, right? How much defending are you really doing when you've got 70% of the ball in that system?
Okay, but to be fair, Zinchenko started his career and he plays for Ukraine as a midfielder, right? And that's possibly where he's going to spend most of his time for Arsenal.
Midfielder, okay, playing ahead of who?
Oh, listen, you got Shaka in there.
Odegaard?
But they're not the same position.
But I'm saying,
They're
but
not the same
do
position.
you think?
Where I think Arsenal's problem is they don't have enough variety in midfield because they've got a lot of guys, Odegaard, Saka, Fabio Vieira, who we'll get into. Those guys are
Ceballos
very
still
similar.
there?
I don't think they brought him back. So you've only kind of got Thomas Partey who does something different.
Is he not linked to?
Is he not going to
Isn't he
jail?
a nefarious character?
Are you talking about that story? We won't talk about that
No,
story.
we're not bringing that
We're
up.
too new to get cancelled.
Okay.
So, listen, I think any upgrade on playing Al Neni in the center of like a serious midfield has
Yeah,
got
true.
has got to be something. So he's good cover for left back because Tierney is injured a lot,
Yes.
but I think he's more likely going to play
But
midfield.
my thing is, as well, okay, Jesus, okay, I'll give him. So now they've got a
So
fit.
is he not a fraud anymore?
He's still on fraud watch. He's still on fraud watch.
Just remember, in the Bible, Jesus was called a fraud.
Yeah, so he's on fraud watch.
Okay, so he's on fraud watch, right?
He's
okay.
on fraud watch.
So okay, right. So I get it. Fraud watch doesn't mean you're a fraud. We're watching to prove.
To prove,
By
yeah,
the
no,
way.
yeah,
Got it with you.
like
But then Ten Hag's fraud watch.
we did say that.
Ten Hag is
okay.
fraud
Oh,
watch.
okay.
Ten Hag's fraud watch. Yeah.
I'm just making sure
And I
we
keep up.
establish
Yeah, no, just keep the list. Ten Hag's fraud watch.
Fraud watch. Because no, because now okay, cool. Arsenal, they've got a fit striker, right? And he's young, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not. I mean, I think he'll do better than who was their number 9?
Well,
Lacazette. I think he's going to
Lacazette.
do better than Lacazette.
Yeah.
But if Jesus doesn't get, if he's not Aubameyang at least with the goal tally that Aubameyang was bringing back for Arsenal. I'm sorry, he's a fraud.
Yeah, I think he'll match that. I think he'll get it. Jesus is a natural finisher, and I think when you got Odegaard, Saka, Reece, what's the other guy, the double barreled English younger Smith Rowe, I think, and Fabio Vieira. I think those guys are pulling strings for you. I think you're going to score goals.
So what happens to Nicolas Pepe?
He's out. He's up for sale. He's up for sale. The record signing. He's up for sale.
£72 million.
It wasn't Arteta. It wasn't Arteta's problem. So he's just shipped him up. Okay, so aside from that, and since we're talking fraud watch, Hector Bellerin.
Oh no,
fraud watch.
Fraud. No, okay.
Even Ryan's in.
He's the Pogba of Arsenal.
I don't think. Look, for me,
Man's
when
a
Bellerin,
model. He's a model part-time footballer.
No, but for me, the thing is like when
He's an eco warrior.
yeah. For me, the thing is Bellerin is not a bad footballer.
No.
My thing
He's
is
just a disinterested footballer.
he's got other eclectic interests.
And he's also an injury target. That man's always injured.
But also, if you're going to be modeling, why do you leave London to go to Seville?
I know. And he does dumb shit modeling. It's not even like cool modeling. Okay, so Arsenal, they get fifth. There was a stage where they probably could have got Champions League. It was looking on for a little bit. I take all
they
your
shut
points.
the bed.
They shut the bed. I take your points. You don't have midweek games. Europa League is a killer. Okay, how do they balance it? They have bulked up their squad, right? They're getting a few more legs in there. Do Arsenal make the next step and take that fourth place? Do they get into top four? Or was that just taking advantage of a shit United, a Leicester falling apart, a West Ham running out of legs? Do you think this was they fifth placed frauds?
Now, Paulo, here's my question: if Arsenal come fifth this season, what's your take on them? Failure of a season? Must Arteta go?
Wait, how long has Arteta been in? I'm trying to think.
This is his second full season. He's
So
going,
2.5.
I think he's going to his third full season.
Yeah, third full season. So it's 2.5.
So are we going to run with the? I mean, we are work in progress. FC,
bro. If
but
you're working,
are we going to run with that?
I think by the fact of the amount of young players on long contracts that they've signed, because everyone that they bought in is young on a long term.
contract.
We're trusting the process. We're going to build with you. We get this, and we buy and invest
But
in you.
if you finish fifth, you finish fifth,
I think he'll stay.
top 5 this season.
Yeah.
but that's not progress for me.
Well, thank Arteta.
Well, to be
That
fair,
you're not
just need to
Stan
worry about
Kroenke.
staying in, the top 6.
Who us?
Yes.
How about we buy Chelsea?
Okay, well, it's going to get ugly up in here. Senzo seems to think the whole Arsenal institution are frauds. But Saka, you've got to love Saka. Lovely face. Everyone wants to give Saka a hug. You can't hate on Saka.
And he's a good footballer.
Okay, there you go. So Senzo can agree on that.
Also, but do you know Arsenal? Arsenal, their season comes down to 3 players, right?
Right.
The big 3. If Saka doesn't fire, Smith Rowe doesn't fire, and Odegaard doesn't fire, Arsenal have a problem.
No, sure. Okay, I understand. But if Bernard Silva doesn't fire, Kevin De Bruyne doesn't fire, and Haaland doesn't fire, if Liverpool Salah doesn't fire, I mean, I get your point, but it's like that's such a weird eventuality.
True.
What's going to happen with
new
Tierney
captain
now?
as well.
Who's taking captaincy?
It's Odegaard. They've given it to
He
Odegaard.
is captain. Hey, listen, wonder kid, the guy was at Real Madrid when he was 16 years old.
Nearly derailed him, eh?
Do you have their first 5 fixtures? Every team we've kind of...
I think they have it easy with the first 5 fixtures.
Do you have them?
No, I had them earlier. I'll read them out to you now. It's Crystal Palace first.
Yeah, I spoke about that.
Leicester.
I think they lose the first game, by the way.
You think so?
They do an Arsenal, yeah?
They're away at Palace. I think they lose the first game.
Yeah, then
and
they're
Palace
home
put
with
hands on them
Leicester.
last. Yeah, Leicester, yeah?
Then they have Bournemouth, sorry.
Okay.
And then Fulham, and then they have Stevie G's team.
That's
easy. That's an easy 5.
That's nice.
Yeah, no.
Because Arsenal normally get like City or Liverpool.
Listen, that
and
will
they catch
come up.
5.
Yeah, that comes up sometime in the season. They get Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Spurs in a row in between Champions League games.
Oh, yeah, then February, that's Arsenal.
Yeah. So anyway, look, that's Arsenal. Senzo seems to think they're frauds. Do you agree or not? I am at The Real PTP on Twitter. Ryan is Hawksley with an I.
Yes. at HAWXLI.
Yes.
By the way,
Not spelt how you thought you'd spell it.
I know we almost like mid-season through this podcast
We
series.
just passed halfway.
We're about a round into the top 4.
Yeah.
So we want to also start doing those Twitter Spaces things
Nice.
when the season starts. So definitely follow us to look into that because
Sure.
I think that'll be cool. We'll
Yeah.
do like a build up before a certain game or a couple games. I don't know.
We'll do that. So get into following us now. As soon as we have a social account, we might call ourselves Working Title FC on Twitter. At least we'll be Working Title FC 69.
Yes.
Because we are childish and we don't have to answer to anybody. Thanks for joining me, gentlemen. The next 4 episodes are the top 4. Gonna eat some popcorn now.
Yeah.